and welcome to another gauge demo from fitgauges.com. In this video I'll run you through using my carb temperature gauge. Okay, so this carb temperature gauge, like some of my other gauges, enables you to run it on multiple FIPS. So you can run this on 4 FIPS, one engine on each, or you can run it on 2 FIPS where you split engines 1 and 2 on one and engines 3 and 4 on the other. So let's cover how we do that. And basically we're only using S5 and S6 on this gauge, and the dials as well. So let's start by showing you how to change the engine. So at the moment we're outputting engine number 3, and you can tell from the sidebar here that engine 3 is the current engine being shown by the gauge. So when you press S6 it will change the displayed engine number. So I'm now showing the output from engine 4, now engine 1 and engine 2. So this enables you to go round the actual engine. If you're running this in on a single FIP, this is how you would do it. Okay, so the other option we have is if you press and hold S6, that puts it into a multi-engine mode. So now you can see that I'm currently outputting engines 1, 2, believe it or not there's 3 and 4 underneath those as well. So all 4 engines are now being output on this one dial at the same time. So now this is when this mode is activated and you've got multiple needles on here, you can then press S5 to toggle which needles you want to display on the gauge. So at the moment we're displaying all 4 needles. So one click of S5 will set it so that it's running engines 1 and 2. You click S5 again, we're now running engines 3 and 4, and you click again, and now we're running all 4 engines again on the same gauge. So once again, if you click S6 and hold, it'll turn that mode off, and now will only show you the selected engine. So you can just once again go back through the various different engines. Now at the moment I'm running engine 1 a little bit hotter than the others. I've got that in full throttle, so you can see it change when I go between 1 and 2. Engines 2, 3 and 4 are all running at the same RPM at the moment, which is why those temperatures are similar. Okay, so that covers the buttons. So now we cover the dials. So the right dial is the nearest physical function to the blue LED, which means that's the menu control, and the right dial will bring up the menu and options. The left dial controls the red line. So by spinning the left dial you can in fact control the position of the red line, so you can adjust that depending on which aircraft you're running, and you can just take that up and down. My mouse wheel's a bit faulty at the moment, so it jumps and skips a bit, so I'll try and do it a little bit faster. So you can adjust that just by spinning the left dial. Okay, so the right dial, we'll spin that and that will bring up the menu. The first option in the menu is version and info. So the right dial controls the menu, and then the left dial controls the function the menu is displaying. So if we spin the left dial, we will get the display for the version, the web pages and the manual pages, a little bit of information on the gauge. So we turn that off. Right dial to the next option. So the next option is side buttons. We'll activate that with the left dial. The side buttons are optional. I'm not going to cover labeling the buttons. There's a separate tutorial for that. Please check that out. So we'll turn off the labels for now. Move to the next menu function, which is the glass reflections. So most of my general aviation gauges have an optional glass reflection, which you can turn on and off with the left dial. Personally I like it on, so I'll leave it on. Next option on the right dial is background color. So you have 4 optional background colors, and you can go from having no dial background and having all jet black to having a very dark background, slightly lighter background, and then obviously you can turn the background of the dial face to grey. This is how they were originally. But since I did my first few gauges, I then added these additional colours. Personally, I prefer the black dial, but you do have the option of making it darker and turning the backgrounds off as well. The next option on the menu is brightness control. So this is something I'm adding to all of my gauges now. This only impacts physical FIPS.